Good morning, my tubies and my Teletubbies, my pussycats. Hello, my pussycats out there. It's Sheila Truelove, and I am, as you know, truly loving you, as always. And this morning, I want to share with you real talk. And I'm talking about genuine words of wisdom. And you're going to listen to my son, who is a professional clinical social worker and a therapist and a counselor. And what he is saying here regarding the importance of requiring sacrifices in your relationships, it just made so, it just resonated so much truth. And it's like, oh, it made me feel proud that I'm his mother because he gets it. You know, anyway, without further ado, I want to share this with you. This is my son, and I'm so proud of him.
Hey everybody, this is Lewis Speaks 2020, and today I want to talk to you about sacrifices and the importance of requiring those in your life to make sacrifices for you. You know, this morning while doing my spiritual study, I came across some scriptures, in the Bible that highlighted the importance of sacrifice. You know, I was reading Leviticus, and God required the Israelites to make sacrifices. First animal sacrifices, either sheep's or other animal sacrifices. If they didn't have any access to sheep's, he required a turtle dove, or a pigeon as sacrifice. If they didn't have a turtle dove or a pigeon, then he required a tenth of an ephah of flour. Um, and I was thinking to myself, okay, why would God require them to make sacrifices? He owns all these things. He created the animals, he created the flower, he created the turtle, dove, and the pigeon. Why did he require them to offer up sacrifices for their sins? And as tribute to him, I realized that, for one, not only was it a foretelling of the future sacrifices that God would make when he sent his son down to earth to die in behalf of mankind. Not only that, but he also realized in his infinite wisdom, that if people contribute to something and that they invest in something and they give of something, give of themselves, they will value you that much more. Life changing. When people invest, they value that investment. When people work for something, when they offer up something, they're going to make sure that they don't mess that up, that they don't damage that relationship because they've invested too much into it. I think what God was trying to teach his people was the importance of valuing his love, valuing his sacrifice, by having them offer a sacrifice, because it's only until people go through something and experience something do they themselves understand what it's like. And just thinking about, wow, how God is just the ultimate psychologist, the ultimate, it's just, it blew my mind this morning. And I started to think about the relationships that I've been in, the relationships where I didn't require people to do much of anything. I just let them get away with giving me less. And then I thought about the relationships where I made the most investments. In one particular relationship, I was basically driving my ex to and from work every single day. So I was being taught subconsciously that this was a person that I valued. And to be honest, I think that's why it hurt so much when the relationship ended, because I was more loyal to my sacrifices. I was more hurt at the fact that I've invested so much into someone who didn't deserve those investments. I was so hurt because I gave so much and I got so little in return. And that right there is the equation of devastation, when you're giving so much, and getting so little in return. But I realized, a lot of people are loyal to their investments. They may not be loyal to you as the person, as an individual, but they are loyal to their investments. Say for instance, you reach a bump in the road in your relationship. A person is more willing to work things out with you when they have invested more into you, because they don't want to throw all that away.
Exactly.
They don't want to throw.
I wanted to pause that because I agree with him 100% on that. And that's why, they have 5 different love languages, ways, because every person in the world don't feel loved the same way, the same as everyone else, okay? Now we know that the 5 love languages is one is quality time spent, and then you have 2, it's words of affirmation, and then you have 3 where it's gifts, and then you have 4 where it's touch, and then you have 5 where it's, let me see, what is 5? There's another 5. It escapes my mind at this moment. But my love language, when it comes to a man or me being in a relationship with a man or a partner, is definitely gifts. Yeah, how much do you invest in me? Okay. Now, many people say it's time, like how much time do you spend? You see, that's my love language when it comes to my children. Quality time is how my children can make me and show me. Don't tell me you love me. Show me you love me. By how much time do you spend with me? That's with my children. When it comes to my friendships, it's acts of service. Yeah, that's number 5. Acts of service. Like if I need help moving, you willing to help me move, or if you need help moving, I'm willing to help you. That's my love language. Now you have a lot of people, like I have some of my family members, it's gifts. Total gifts. And then some of my other family members, it's words of affirmation. They like praise. You have to praise them, and that's what makes them feel loved. That just don't work for me because I don't know. That one's scary because that's like a pimp's dream. Anybody could come and blow smoke up your behind and give you praise, and that's all it takes to make you feel loved. No, that don't work for me. At the same time, we have to respect that people are different. I just say people who require that as a love language, just be careful because that makes you an easy target. But I'm loving what my son is saying here. I'm just so proud of him. And I'm loving the fact that he's doing his spiritual reading. He's doing his Bible reading. His like the Bible says, if you inculcate in your children when they are young, when they grow older, they will not turn aside from it. They will remember all of this. I remember putting so much hard work into the family studies on Saturday. We had our family Bible study. Then we had our family meetings, and then we was going because I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and I raised them as Jehovah's Witnesses. And it had some benefits. It did. At the same time, I could have had the same benefits if I would have raised them with Joyce Meyer's Ministries, or if I would have raised them to be pastors for their own church. It would have been just as beneficial. Just as long as you raise your children spiritually. And because I did raise them spiritually, this is the end point. It's amazing, and I'm very proud of him. My daughter, she is someone who I'm proud of as well. She is still have to find her way a little bit when it comes to knowing the difference between spirituality and religion. She's I pray to Jehovah for her every day. But I'm proud of both of my children, Anyway, let's get back.
The years away and what they've invested and put into the relationship, they don't want to let that go. They're loyal to the investment, but if they haven't invested much, and they haven't given you anything, it's easy for them to just walk away.
Yep.
Because they haven't really invested much. That's why it's important when you're in a relationship to make sure you have children, and symbols of investment, symbols of an intertwined life, because just in case they decide they want to leave or terminate the relationship, they'll think twice because of those investments that they made. Because of those sacrifices. Wait a minute, I have to work this out. Because if I don't work this out, that means I'm going to lose out on everything that I've invested in this relationship. So it's really important that you require and demand. You demand that people make sacrifices for you. Demand that. Don't let them get away with giving you less. Because if a person knows that they can get away with giving you less, guess what? That's all you're going to get. Because there's a lot of people out here nowadays, they're looking for a deal. They're looking for a bargain. They're looking to get more bang for their buck. They're looking to basically get away with giving you less. And it's just human nature. Why pay more for something when you can get away with paying less? So of course they try to definitely, something to get a bargain, but you have to teach people how to treat you. Yeah. You have to let them know. You have to let them know that you cost and that there is a price to be paid if they want to be with you. It's plain and simple. If they are not willing to pay that price, guess what? They cannot have the prize.
Hello.
You don't pay the price, you don't get the prize.
Love you. I'm so proud of you.
So my thing is this. Make people earn you. Demand that they make sacrifices. Because if they don't make sacrifices, they're not going to value you. If you complain that you don't feel valued, you don't feel appreciated, well, guess what? It's because you have not demanded that people make sacrifices for you. You have not required them to value you. So today, start this moment right now. Make people earn you. Make people value you. Make people spend time, energy, resources on you. And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, Tubies.
Hey everybody,
there you have it, my pussycats, my Tubies and my Teletubbies. And he has his own channel. It's L-Majesty. And he has so many words of wisdom. And I'm just so proud of him. And he speaks with such wisdom. And that all comes from Jehovah God and Jesus Christ, as you've heard. He reads his Bible on a regular basis, along with spiritual literature, to keep himself spiritually upbuilt and to help him not to lose his way in this world. And that's what you have to do if you want to remain, sound-minded. And this world is crazy, As I'm sure you know, my Tubies and my Teletubbies, from some of my previous videos, I was a single parent. I was married to their father, my son and my daughter's father. He was unfaithful. He cheated on me. And that's one thing I will never tolerate. That's the number one deal breaker for Sheila True Love. I don't tolerate that. That's ridiculous. I've never cheated. I don't cheat. And I never have, because I think it's disgusting. But me being a single parent, it wasn't easy because I had to be the mother, I had to be the father, I had to be the breadwinner, I had to be the manager. And when I say manager, I'm speaking in terms of, I have to not only manage my life, but I have to try not to have two other lives in my hand that I have to try to manage. And as we all know, it's hard enough just trying to do but relying on Jehovah God and Jesus Christ, it helped me tremendously. I made my mistakes, like I say, I realized the other day. I was laying in my bed and I said, you know what? When I had the alcohol problem, that was, anytime I was like, I overdid it with the alcohol, that was the father side of me. That was me being the father. God did not create me to be the father, in a relationship. So anytime I got crazy with alcohol or whatever, this is a joke that me and my son, he shared this week. He was like, mom, no, that's not, we're not letting you off the hook. But I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I said, you see, mom, the sober side of me, that's me. That's your mom. The other side of me that you may have experienced or have experienced, that was the father side of me. That was me doing a job that I was not designed to do, and it was too much. It was too much, you know? But that's neither here nor there. You know, me and my family right now, we're trying to work through this. We're trying to uh like my son said, what we have to do, mom, is we have to reintroduce ourselves to each other because they have grown up. uh and yeah, he makes a lot of sense. So we are working right now into trying to do counseling even with my daughter. I've spoken to her, and we've talked. I'm just a little reluctant to let my guard down because I am so not going to try to set myself up to be hurt or traumatized or PTSD like I've already experienced with that situation. But we're trying to work through it. That's what families do. When you love each other, you fight like hell to, you know, get it together. You fight like hell. Anyway, this is Sheila True Love, and I just wanted to share that video with you because I feel that it will prove to be helpful to so many out there when it comes to make sure that people invest in you. Because anytime someone invests in you, they're not so eager or it's not so easy to just throw you away. Like you have so many females these days, the man don't have to work, he don't have to do much of, he don't have to be faithful, he don't have to do anything, he don't have to invest anything in these women these days. That's why it's so easy for them to just walk away and go lay up with, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, I'm hoping that this video that I shared with you have proved to be helpful. And I do these things, like I said, because I love you so much. And yeah, there are people out here who still care. And I'm one of them. This is Sheila True Love, my pussycats, my Teletubbies, and my Tubies. Until next time, we'll talk again. Goodbye for now.